Whee! Hang on. Houston, we have a problem. Come on, camera. Strange. This camera works, but the Nikon don't. Hang on. Yeah! Oh, got there. Well, that was a bit of a cock up, but we're here. We're here. We are here. So, who have we got in? We've got a few people. We've got some. Everyone's favourite tipple is back in the house. Look, with a new label, no less. With a new label. Right, okay. Hopefully you can see and hear me. Once again, I didn't put the cameras on. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm messing about with stuff on here, you see. That's... Whoa! Hey, thank you, Rob. We had a beer full. Right, so we've got Anthony in first, then Aaron's in, Tim's in, Aston, migraine. Not nice, Aston. Suffer from those myself. Nut Rocker, I have replied to you, mate, but as I say, I've got about 110 emails that I flagged for response that I haven't got round to yet from the end of November, mate. So I am on it, but I'm trying to do them in order. So that's Mr. Nut Rocker. Thanks for subscribing as well. Joe's in, and Nick. Aaron's back. Derek's in. Oh, I think I said Joe, didn't I yet? Bob's in. Hi, Bob. Belt up? Potentially. I really don't know what's wrong with this. I haven't even tried it yet. Rob's in. Rob Cross. And thanks for the super chat. I see pop up, Rob. I've not got down that far yet. Yeah, that storm was pretty bad. And we had a lot of flooding and that, but luckily we didn't have any issues here. Well, because we've got a new fence, that's why. Couldn't blow that one down. Alex Dokic. Yes, I have got your email, mate, but it is in my queue of unanswered emails that I will get to. I will get there. 574 RZ4603V3. How are you, mate? You did say what your name was last week, but I forgot it already. Ooh, that was a big jump. Hang on. Still going down through. Just catching up with the chitty chat a minute. Won't be a sec. I'll be with you shortly. There's part of me. You just see me arm, did you, in the other one? Kim, how you doing, mate? Mrs. Radiocruncher has hit us with the new command. ! Beer is in the house. Has to be done, doesn't it? Hi, Dave. How are you, mate? Ricardo's in. Rainy and cloudy. You thought of me when you spot the new bottle? Yeah, it is a bit different, isn't it? Mr. Laser Sound, how are you? Oh, it's jumping again. Jerry's in. You survived dry January. I survived as well. It wasn't dry for me, but I did survive it, Jerry. Jerry's got his radios safely back, the 2001Ds that I did for him. They're all done. You're welcome, Alex. I will get round to it, mate. I've still got quite a few radios in for repair. I have got in at the moment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 still to finish. Some I haven't even started yet. You survived as well. Yeah, you don't drink, Nick, I don't think, do you? So yes, who did that? Yeah, we have got tumbling beer now. Yeah, Chris, how are you, mate? It's yeah, hashtag beer won't work. It's exclamation mark. And hello to Mrs. Cruncher as well, who dropped in quickly to drop some beer on me. So I suppose being that Stephen Hall, how are you? And John Turner, welcome in. It was in Wiltshire last week. What was that, Stephen? So all of the Christmas giveaways are all packed up, ready to go. I did pop a little video on the channel member and Patreon page. So they're all good to go. The ones for the UK are being collected tomorrow. I've got two, one going to Canada and one going to Belarus? Belarus even? As how are you, mate? Your bottle's all packed up as well, but I forgot to put my card in it with my address. Andrew, so I'll pop you my address across on email. Right, okay. Let's go to the main camera then, and let's crack this. Yeah, notice the new logo, look. Still got the old finger on him, look. I don't know. I mean, I suppose I don't mind that label, but it doesn't really show it as a signpost anymore, does it? Because the bishop's finger is a signpost, the old-fashioned signpost. But that doesn't really show it like the old bottle. I haven't got an old bottle here to compare it with. Oh, you're welcome, Stephen. It's worth doing, mate, I think. I've not seen one of those before. Oh no, I have. Let's get this beer in and I'll show you what some of the command things that I've yeah, let's pop the finger in first and then we'll have a look at some of the commands that I can download. There's not that many. I mean, I'm sure if I really put my mind to it, I could actually work out how to do it myself. We could have rain-in radios or something, couldn't we? Could have rain-in radios. The finger, at last. At last we can take in the finger again. I thought what we might do is do like a little feature each week with the beer. Have a beer of the week, and we'll start it off with the bishop's finger. Give a beer overlay or something, you know. A Bateman's, very nice. Oh, speckled hen tin, very nice too. You ought to, Bob, really. So there we are. And you'll notice our victim is perched in behind here. The little GE. It's not a radio cassette. Yes, it is. It is a radio cassette. Of course, it is. I forgot it's got a radio on it as well up the top. I forgot all about that. Well, it is a radio cassette. Walkman type. It's not a Walkman, obviously, because that's Sony's brand. Anyway, cheers, everybody. The main component that was faulty was, I believe it was that little capacitor there. You can see the components, look, that I changed in it. That's all the components that I changed in the oscillator circuit. I think there's another resistor somewhere. I believe that was the culprit there. It should be think a 0.1, is it? Let's have a quick look. There was other bits, but I don't know what I've done with those. I think they're either on the floor or in the bin. That says that's an inductor. So yeah, it's 121 NF instead of 100. So that's the only one that I could find that was dramatically out. I mean, all these resistors were out. There was more than that in there. I don't know what happened to the others. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the other resistors, but there was a few that I changed. Red, red, red. What's that? Is that red alert? Red, red, red. Is that 22 or something like that? 2.2K is reading 2.6. What's this one? Brown, grey, orange. If I get my little chart thing down, let's dial in brown. Someone had already told me. Brown, grey and orange. Seems strange, doesn't it? That's 18K, isn't it? I think that's the one that we changed the other day. 18K. And that was reading 22.5. So it's a combination, I think, of all of these things being out. Just threw it, and it wasn't letting the oscillator run. It doesn't take a lot to stop an oscillator, does it? But yeah, that's on its way back to John now. That's died back a bit so we can get some more in there. What I can't find is a service, any service info for this at all. I mean, it's not an issue, I don't think, but there is no service info for this. So I don't know if anybody's got access to SAMS, whether there's a SAMS manual on it. And the date, I mean, they were manufactured, started in 1989. I don't know how long the run was on them. But apparently, underneath here is the date code. Well, I don't know whether that's 91, the date code. If you have a look at the overhead camera, which is not plugged in. Yeah, the invisible overhead camera. Let's go back to the main one a minute. Let's just get the overhead camera working. Oi, thank you, Bob. Where's the Elmo 4K? Come on, you can do it. Oh, hang on, it's not turned on, is it? Is it that one? Or that one? Okay, let's try that again. Yay! Okay. Let's try that again. Right, so we've got a date code here, but I don't know if that... Anybody got any ideas? I mean, it could be 91, let. It could be the 5th day of the 8th month, 91, because they started him in 18. That's a bit bright as well, isn't it? Yeah. Let's catch up with the chat a minute. the weather girls. It's raining men. Oh, we've got lots of beer dropping down, have we? It's just the thing, it does that. Currently working on the Technics RSX501 tape deck. Could it be a weak motor? They've got clutches on them, haven't they? Those decks. I was surprised actually that I managed to get Caroline. I mean, I just scanned through it. I wasn't really looking for what the stations were when I made the video. And there is a couple of videos on my channel of that helmsman going through long wave, medium wave, and all the shortwave bands. Remember the Sony Walkmans? I've got loads of Walkmans here. Caroline's in the new Forest very good on the mini whip. I've got to get me one of these mini whip aerials. Everybody seems to go on about them, John. I think Manuel uses them, Clint uses them. So the model number of this thing is, ooh, if we can get the light right, the light right light. If I put the light on this one, that'll probably cock it right up. Yeah, so it's a 3. Can't really see that well, can you? It's gone a bit grainy now. It's got a bit grainy, isn't it? You zoom in too far, it goes to, yeah, 35477A. 3-5477A. So if anyone's got any copies of Sam's or anything like that they might be able to get that from, you have to let me know. That's better, isn't it, with the light on it? So GE is General Electric, I believe, isn't it? Made in Malaysia. But the referrer inquires to GE Consumer Electronics Products Manager. Consumer Relations. Yeah, can I have a service manual, please, Mr. Project Manager? Or Production Manager, whatever he's called. Products Manager. So we've also got 2 holes in the bottom there. Now I wonder if that's some sort of charger that you could plug into that. Because it does say on the front, recharge capable. Yeah. You read that as the 8th week of 1959. No, they didn't start making them till 89, so it's got to be 91, I bet. Because it's got M at the end, so whether that means the month. Fifth day, 1991, 8th month, because it does say date code. So, how am I going to hook this up then? I'm going to probably need to whip the case off to get onto the battery terminals at the back, because these are wired very strangely. As you see, we've got 2 springs and 2 contacts. They don't sort of go round that way in series by the looks of it. They're wired in series inside, I would think. Or we could just stick 2 let's just stick 2 batteries in it, shall we? Should we stick 2 batteries in and see what it does? What we've got here, radio tape, volume, let's go down with the volume. Sadly there's no battery box with it. We've got a light, boy. Let's turn it up. Oh no, wrong. That's turn up. Oh, we did have a light. We did have a light. It's gone off. We got a forward, reverse on there. We got lights there. Why is that light gone off then? I can hear no volume whatsoever. How do we get this up? Do we just, has it got an eject on it? Well, no surprise there, but nothing's moving when I push play. Let's put it over to tape, mind you. Oh, it is. It is trying to move, look. It's got a bit of torque on that as well. Let's see if we can find a sacrificial tape then a minute. We got infectious grooves, but I got a copyright hit on that last time, didn't I? Let me see. What else have I got? Francis Alberto Carabossa-Lossimino. I'm not going to stick. Yeah, he's. I did have Songs of Desire. I'm just trying to see if I can find any more here. Bear with me. No, that's Morse. What's this one here? Jim Reeves. We're not going to risk Jim in there. We don't want to risk Jim Reeves in there. What's this one here? The Soup Dragons, Love God. So let's try Francis Albert Sinatra and Antonio Carlos Jobim. The Girl from Ipanema. Concentrate on You. Yeah, that's going to get me a copyright hit, isn't it? Oh, hang on. What am I thinking? I am cracking up, aren't I? Of course, there's not going to be any audio because it ain't got a speaker. It's got to be headphones, hasn't it? So let's plug my... Oh, dear. You can tell it's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Let's plug my hi-fi into the top of it. Bit of a stretch. Let me just pull that around that bar. I'll give me a bit more length on it. That's my lunch. Let's pop the hi-fi on. Are you sure this doesn't just work, Chris? Gavin, how are you doing, mate? Saxons. Right, we're on auxiliary. Let's push the play button. Sounds a bit slow to me. Ernest, how you doing, mate? Well, it does. It's playing. It is playing. Problem is, I don't recognise the song, so I don't know whether it's playing at the right speed or not. We can test that in a minute. Get the one flutter on. It's fast forwarding. Rebuild it and put in capacitors, it will be fine. Sounds alright at the moment, Chris, to be fair. Whoa! Hey! Merry Christmas. Radio.
It's not particularly unhappy. It won't flower because it doesn't have enough sun, as we've established. But I would perhaps take some cuttings of this, or buy some more if you grow several in a sunnier place, and I think you'll have much more impact.
To get himself here to see from Delaval and see how Sarah and the team, treat the Santolinas here, how they clip them and use them.
Saw the producers last week where Tilly was when she was visiting.
That's Radio 2.
I have to tell you, that producer.
My white flag eye.
Second birthday, but I hope you have a lovely final against Novak Djokovic.
Wow. It's strange because the volume, if you can see the volume there, if I hold the volume up, so you've got that and that. So I'd assume that that way was turning it up and that way was turning it down, but it's not. How strange. What does that light if it's stereo? Let's have a look at that. Let's just tune back a minute. See if this light comes on for stereo. Ah, it does.
Strange, really, seeing him in the stands when we're so used to watching him dominate the court.
Jeff, how are you, mate?
Against Djokovic.
Careful does not ravel the taps. I really don't know. Is that some Irish saying, Rob? 5918 is day 5, year 9, 18th week. Oh, right, okay. So it is 1989 then. Wow. There doesn't appear to be an off on this. I suppose you just turn it to tape to turn it off. And it's rewinding alright as well. Shame it hasn't got a battery door. Right, let's get it apart then and give it a bit of a service. I think that's what Chris wants. Bit of a service. We'll have a look at the caps in it, see what's fitted. And I'll have to try and play some stuff through my... Well, I've got my whoa and flutter meter here, which has also got a speed indicator, so we can tune it with that. But I'll need to find one of my test tapes first. So let's get to it, shall we? Andrew Littleboy, how you doing, mate? You got about 40 Jim Reeves albums. Pwah. I haven't got 40, but I've probably got 15, I would say, Andrew. And it's the cassette I've got is some distant drums, look, mate. Classic. Distant drums. Can't Stop Loving You. That's quite a popular one. Welcome to My World. Cracking tune, that. White Cliffs of Dover. Just Walking in the Rain. There's some cracking ones on there, mate. Some crackers. Cajun Nut Steve, how you doing, Steve? Your radio will be going off tomorrow as well. Give it service, no worries, Chris. Yeah, I couldn't find a manual. I searched and searched. Thanks, Gavin. Let's try and get it apart then. Can't be difficult, can it? Right now, where did I safely put all my screwdrivers? You safely put stuff everywhere, and you can never find it then, can you? Use my Weira screwdrivers. A little bit slack, or maybe it is a number 1 Phillips. Yeah. Tiny screws. So yeah, no service info online, and I don't know if there's any YouTube videos been done of this model or not. There is now. Ah, that's a smaller one in there. Gotta remember, a small one in there, and that won't fit in there, so I've got to use that one for in there. Shot when it started working. No, this is a bit newer maybe than I was saying that. I mean, end of the day, it's like an imported one, so it would have been a fairly low cost back in the day. Now, let's make sure we haven't got. Very often with these, you can't take them apart unless the cassette lid's lifted. Okay, what have we got under here then? Not a lot on this side of the board, by the looks of it. We've got a couple belts. Nothing on that side of the board really. But you can see a couple belts meandering their way around things. There's a belt on that pulley, there's a belt here. In fact, there's 2 belts on that pulley. This one does feel a little bit slack. So we've got a big screw in the middle. I assume that we take that one out and it'll all fall apart. Be nice, wouldn't it? One screw holds the whole lot in. We've got some tape holding the wires down to the board so it all goes in nicely. can see the motor, we've got a couple little trimmers in there. Not sure what they're for. One of those could be tape speed. I would have thought azimuth is going to be on the actual head itself. If we can get to that. The head looks absolutely spotless, and so do the pinch rollers. It's not had a lot of tapes through this one, I don't think. Right, let's take that screw out and see what happens, shall we? Absolutely nothing happens. And we've got another screw there I've just spotted, and another one there. Okay. Incidentally, I meant to say, I've been asked to go on the local BBC radio station. They're going to be interviewing me live on air on the 10th of February. Look. So Cruncher is going to be famous. Well, not a lot happening. Is there any hidden screws anywhere else? Any other screws I haven't seen underneath any of this? Doesn't appear so. Andy, how you doing, mate? Derek, afternoon. Yeah, not too bad, Derek. I could close the motorway at one stage with the rain. Remember you when you're famous? Exclamation mark, boing. That's some system update it wants to do. Hopefully it doesn't do that while we're trying to stream. No, why isn't this coming apart then? Do we have to have that open? Oh, hang on. So this bit comes off. Is that lift off? Yes. Yeah, that is little charging terminals down there. Like you can see, we've got a red and a black wire. Let's zoom you in a little bit because you're a little bit far away. Yeah, I can see some capacitors in here. We'll definitely change them, I think, because it is 1989. So it looks like these LEDs poke through these holes, so that's got to come up. I would have thought it would have come that way. Ah, aha, yes. Now we're talking. But I'm going to make sure that I put that back in there. Let me just take a picture of that if I can find my phone. I don't want my phone now. I've even got my phone here. Everyone will have 15 minutes of fame. BBC One repair shop next, yeah. I think you work for them, Gavin, don't you? But yeah, BBC Radio Devon is having me on at 6:15 in the morning. It's a hell of a time, isn't it? Right, what was I doing here? What was I doing? I was going to take a picture. Every time you look at your phone, you get distracted by something, don't you? I'm just going to take a picture of where that lies, that little... It's the back end of the like pointer. Keep getting boings. Oh, it's a new photo. That's why. New photo detected. That's what the boinging is. Right, so I think to get this up, we're going to have to release a lot of wire. If you look at the way that all of these wires here are bent up, yeah, it's a bit of slack, isn't it? But let's take some more pictures, because as I say, there is no service info for this, so I'm going to need to take that bit of wire up. Another boing with a picture. Every time it takes a picture, it boings. But there is still hashtag beer available. No, not hashtag, exclamation mark beer. Yeah, we're going to have to be careful we don't break any of these wires off the board as well. Because that would be a bit of a disaster. More boinging. So I may have to desolder all of these, because that is definitely stopping the board going up. So let's do that in a minute. I know it's a bit what's the word? Smells like Sunday roast, my soldering iron. Crisps. I think the beer command does work on this screen. We'll soon find out. Or is it already gone? Don't know. It might be a bit delayed. That should give us a bit more. Yes, now we're in. Now we're in. We do have quite a lot of capacitors in there, Chris. No, what's this belt like? Well, to be honest, the belt doesn't seem too bad. We've got two belts on it. So the first belt goes across here. I'm going to see if I can replace these. I have got a load of cassette belts, a job lot of generic belts in here. Thank you, Rob. You can't pick up Radio Devon. We can get it online, Rob. So you don't need to worry. Hey, we got some beer. Nice. Still had me lunch. I got me waifu today, look. Whoa, no sponsorship yet though. The expensive stuff today. Yeah, I'm going to replace them, Bob. If I've got one that fits, mate. That's the question. Smaller. Bigger than that. Going to be fun. Let's pop this first one off. Let's just see if I've got anything that's close to that. Let's zoom this out again. See what I've got that's close to that. See, that one doesn't look far off, but it's a bit too small. Look at that one. Too big? That one. Bit too small. It needs to be a little bit bigger than that. I think if you do it too much, it's gonna mess it up. Belt size is quite important on these things. Too big. Too small. You can see where we're going with this, can't you? Look at that one. No, I mean you get a bit of stretching with a belt. Getting Maddie's hairs everywhere. You get a bit of stretching with a belt, but I think that's going to be too tight. You know, go across there, but it's a bit too yeah, it's too tight. Yeah, that's just gonna make it sound terrible. None of those, none of those. That one was, I think that's the same as that other one that I just tried. Needs to be a little bit thinner as well. No. Nope. Let's say you won't be able to get a belt for this, so we'd have to try and somehow measure it and order a belt in. Let me just have a look at my second stash of belts. I'm going to keep these out because we've got the one underneath to find as well. Let's do them one at a time. Now I've got a drawer full of belts here, I think, somewhere. Yes. So I may have a whole drawer of belts, look. But most of these are, keep that one out because that might fit. Most of these are for video recorders, that sort of thing. So it's unlikely, but you never know, do you? You've got to think positive. These are all way too big. So big. Big denim. Looks like I'm going to be speaking to our friends at Manitree again. Deck Tech, as they're known. These people. That's where I get my belts from. We need to sort of somehow try and measure it. That's always a fun thing. Feedback 113, is that the same as that? Just have a look at this Denon bag a minute. This is for my Denon CD player. Oh, that one's no CD cassette player even. No. The Radio Devon are no longer on AM, Joe, unfortunately. They're only on FM now. They're on digital, DAB and all that sort of thing. I mean, look at all the... I might have a few belts, you know, but it's always the same, isn't it? You've never got the one you want. Most of these are for like video recorders, that sort of thing. What's that? Hitachi, TRK, 3D. Oh, they look close. Nice. Nah, too big. No. That one? Nope. Nope. So there's no point stretching about on there really, because it's not going to do it any good at all. It'll mess up the motor. No, I think we're out of luck there. For that one anyway. Just leave them down there again. So the second belt then. Let's just take a picture of how that goes around the pulleys. Because I know you want another bong. Okay, so that's the first one. This is the second one, so this looks more promising. I shouldn't have said that, should I? This one does look a bit stretched, so... But that's like the fast forward rewind belt. That's very close, but a little bit too big. Oh, don't tell me I haven't got either of these belts. That's too thick. Put that one. Too big. Doesn't look like it, unless this one's any good. No, that's definitely too big. That AV Belt 113 has got me out of loads of corners because it tends to fit most things. What have we got in here then? Put that one not far off. The same as that one. Yeah. And that one. Yeah. What's this one here? Too big. No. Denim belts are too small. They seem to have got a lot of the same belt there. Yeah, I've got loads of the same belt. I don't know what that's off of, but nothing here. No, we're out of luck for belts, Chris. I'm going to have to order some in, which means I've got to try and somehow measure them, which is always fun as well. You need something cone shaped really, and make sure they're all the right way round. So it looks like our original belts are going to have to go back on. It's a shame, but there you are. Could shoehorn something on, but they're just that little bit too small or too big. You'd think there'd be one there, wouldn't you? See, that one would probably do the motor. I don't know if that's the one I tried just now or not. Yeah, it's too thick anyway. So we're going to have to measure those and order some up. Right. It's brimming full of capacitors. So let me turn the desoldering tool on and let me nip to the loo quickly, and I'll catch up with a chat. I won't be a sec. Right, back. Okay. Let me just catch up with the chat. Yeah, I saw that, Anthony. Ringway Manchester. I follow his channel. It's Lewis, isn't it? Very good videos. Some more beer. You'll have to do a beer every time I have a drink, won't you? Nice one, Nick. No, Aaron, it just won't last. James, how are you, mate? 103.4, I believe it is.
Bill is a freshwater lake.
Walden, a deep, well-like pond without visible inlet or outlet.
Gabby Roslin.
Good afternoon to you. We've made it. It's the 1st of February. We're off to Glastonbury very soon.
It's not very good reception. Where's my area? Better turn that off. Yeah, that's one of the Radio Devons. There's two frequencies here for Radio Devon. I can get it in the car, no problem at all, but I struggle at home to get it. Okay, lots and lots of capacitors that Chris wants me to change. I wonder if they're marked on the board. See, all the boards marked, so you think there's got to be a manual for this somewhere. Just have a look at the gears, make sure none of those are broken. They don't appear to be. Yeah, there must be a manual somewhere for this. I mean, you could probably 3D print a battery door for this quite easily, I suspect. Right, let's see if I can get one of these out, see if the board's marked. Make sure I know which way round it is, so the negative is facing the board. I can't see that. It's tiny. They're tiny capacitors. Let's extract that one. No, they're not marked. Okay. So I'll have to do them one at a time and be careful. This is a... It's like a 1 microfarad 50 volts. So that's going to be something to do with the process inside of it, I'd have thought. We'll be doing some capacitor bingo, so don't you worry about that. Let's get the bingo machine set up, ready to go. A 1 at 50, so it's going to be these miniature ones I would have thought we need to put in there. A 1 at 50, that away. Solder that one in. Oh, I don't know why I'm balancing them on my legs for. That's not a good idea at all. That's not a good idea. That would end in tears. Still got a bit of Wi-Fi left. What's the temperature in whose house? It's pretty hot in here actually. I've got a sweatshirt on today, probably the wrong attire. Right, let's just solder that one in. Snippy snip. Next one is that one, and the negative is there, the bigger trace. Doesn't sound to be sucking very well, does it? I did clean it out in the week. Better. Oh, there is a marking on the board. Well, there is on that one anyway. What's this one then? What's this little tiny thing? It's a 47 UF at 4 volts. Let's get a little pot for these bits in there. Right, 47. Oh, I've got 4 volts. That's the smallest one I've got. What's that? 6.3, that'll do. Two down, about 35 million to go. There's one underneath this bit of plastic here. shaky today again. Yeah, so the positive is marked on the board. So this is a 100 UF at 4 volts. Did you want to get in closer for the soldering? Because I can stick it on the overhead camera if you want. Right, we're getting there. There's another one there. Where's else? What's there again? Is that one there? The 47 at 4. Oh. See what you can see on the overhead camera. Yeah, it might be a bit better for you. Get the camera lined up a bit. Oh, a bit there. So just do this one under here. A bit glary, isn't it? Let's turn the light off on it. Now you can see, but I can't now. Okay. Next, let's do them in order, so we'll get this one down by this processor next. Where's that going to be? I think it's in there. I think. I think that's it there. No, it's not. Let's just make sure there's not another cap there. No, there's not. Let's just resolder that then. Wasn't there. Incidentally, Coco update. Coco sadly had to have his toe amputated on Friday. So, sadly for him and sadly for my bank account. Well, yeah. So Coco has now only 3 toes. He seems to be okay. He's not overly happy. Don't think he's happy that we've done it to him, but he should, fingers crossed, make a fairly good recovery. What the hell is that one too then? I can see one leg there that's definitely unsoldered. What's the other one? Oh, it might be over there. Might be over there. Is that it there? Yes, okay, so the negative is to the right. That's a 47 at 10 volts. So 47 at 10 volts, there we go. So we'll put the little leggy things on it, so it's that way round. Little insulators. Incisors. See if we can get that back in there. It's tricky. Very tricky. Very small pads on this. Right. Dave Rhodes. Thank you, Dave. The Finger Fund. Moved out of shot a bit there, haven't I? Right, next one. Coming down this way, we've got a cluster of them here. On the right, let's do those two next. Looks like there, I don't know. knocking stuff over again. Yeah, is that one. Extract that one. Smart this time. So that's a 4.7 at 50 volts. Excuse me. Okay, and the next, this one here. Looks like it goes almost diagonally, that one. What's in there? Thank you, Rob. Sneeze when the computer has cleared your headphones out. Apologies for that. Alex, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Hopefully it's come up. Yeah, it has. M0KVA. Yeah, Sapporo Coco, he's got his leg bandaged right up now. And he's still got to wear the cone of shame for a little while longer yet. Poor old Coco. He's certainly been in the wars. So this one's a 0.47 at 50. Wow. 0.47. Lucky I've got all of these in stock, so no, in there even. Try to put in the wrong place. These caps are even smaller than the ones that are in here, so it shows how technology's moved on a little bit. Just got to try and measure these belts in a bit. We are motoring along now. Next one is this one here, marked as C12, another 0.47. This is all around the processor area. These are just some sort of decoupling, I suppose. So it fits those two there. Let's try that. Not that one. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't that. I think it's back further. Let's just resolder that in a minute. It's quite good because on the I don't know if you can see on the back of the board, but it's like little lines. So those lines show that there's components between those two pads. It's quite useful, really, when you're trying to find stuff on the board. Looking from one side to the other. That's got it that time. That's got a positive and negative. So another 0.47 at 50. Sort of leant over. Now we're motoring. 2, 4, 6, 7 left to go. Right, 2, 4, 6, 8 left to go even. C11 next. That's this one here, I think. Yes. 0.47 at 50 again. Popular size today, that one. The next one. Let's do this little monkey in here. What do we got there? Well, we got a 1 at 50 now. We're still in the microprocessor area, aren't we? Where's that one 2 then? Might be down here. Yes, first time. One at 50. Are there many ones actually? Mind you, these are miniature ones. The normal one is tiny anyway. Keep trying to put one in that slot there, don't I? So those of you that are Patreons and channel members are going to start noticing a lot of extra stuff being posted on there, because I've signed up on some YouTube optimization program for the channel. So there was 2 options. One was streaming optimization, the other one was memberships optimization. And they chose which one to put you in, so they put me in the memberships optimization, which means I've got to try and grow my membership, or my membership supporters, and it's over like a 3-month period. And I think you start off, we've got to post two member only videos a week, and then it goes up to 5, and then at the top level it's 7 members only videos a week. 7 member only videos a week. It's a lot, but you know, I've got so much going on in the bench that I'm sure I can just pop a little video out of what I'm up to. Some days I might pop 2 out, you never know. So yeah, if you're a channel member or a Patreon, you will start seeing your money's worth. More than your money's worth. You know, for all the time you've been supporters, I'm now sort of giving back a bit more even. I know we do little things together at Christmas and that, but it's nice to be able to do things like that. Okay, which way is that one going then? It's going from left to right. It's got to be that one. It ought to be that one. So yeah, you'll have noticed I've started putting out some videos already. I don't think it started until Saturday. Okay, what's way round is that? So that is 100 at 4, and the positive is there. So yeah, good time to be a member or Patreon. Whew. It's getting hot wearing this set of glass things, magnifiers. So Coco's back to the vets yet again tomorrow for the dressing to be changed or taken off completely. I think they're going to have to change it because he's been bleeding through it. So no doubt that's not included in the money that I paid for the operation. Great, isn't it? That's so expensive. Should have got insurance really, so it's my own fault. So that's a one. Another one there. What is this then? This is another 100 at 4. This must be motor area maybe. Oh no, it could be the radio actually. One of these would be a driver for the motor and that, the other one is going to be the radio chip, and I think it's probably that Toshiba one that's the radio chip. I'm not sure. It looks, well, no, it must probably this one actually. This might be the cassette amplifier. There's an amplifier down here as well. There's lots of things. It's all going on. We have no schematic. Let's not guess. There's no Dolby or anything like that on this, so we have got stereo though, so there must be a stereo decoder chip there, or the decoder's built into that big chip. I see one of the wires come off there already, so just as well I took pictures of those, wouldn't it? Right, next one is down there. Front to back, so that's this one I think. Coco can't go out for any walks either at the moment, so he's really down in the dumps, poor boy. Poor old Coke. He'll be better soon, hopefully. What's this one? Another 400. So why are we changing the caps in this, you may be asking? Well, it is, what, 30 something years old? Are caps going to last that long? Potentially. But if there's anything's going to fail in this, it's going to be the caps. Without a shadow of doubt. Okay, 4.7 at 50. .7 at 50. 4.7 at 25 doesn't matter. So let's see 50 volts, isn't it really? I've got a 4.7 at 50. Let's just do the same as what's in there. I could say it's not going to see 50 volts really, but you know, let's do it the same. I will catch up with the chat in a minute. I can't see it for a minute. I've got my head with these crazy old glasses on. In the radio. Well, radio cassette. Quite a useful bit of kit, this, isn't it, really, if you think about it? It's not a bad mechanism. I mean, the mechanism is pretty substantial. It's not like a cheapy plastic thing. You know, there's metal stuff in it. That's metal stuff, of course there is. But yeah, there's metal main pulley wheels. Some of the mechanism is about 50-50 plastic and metal, so it's pretty good. Oh, another wire's come off. That's two off. Right, what next then? One here. One here. That one just fell clean out. What's that? That's a bit of a lumpy one. We might be in the amplifier section now. Looks like that could be the amplifier chip. .220 at 4 volts. .220 at 10. Another wire come off. We now have 3 wires off and 2 caps to do. Right, we've got one there. Just as well I took pictures of that, isn't it? Learnt that the hard way. What's this then? 47 at 4. Don't think we've got any more 47s at 4. Let's go with 10. Oh no, there's a 6 there. Oh, 16. Did I say 47 or 4.7? I think it's 47, wasn't it? I hope. Anybody listening to me at all? Did I say 4.7 or 47? I definitely need some new sidecars. These are getting really tired now. Let's put a blob of flux on that because that doesn't look very nice. Better. Alright, oh, another wire's come off. Oh God, we won't have any left on here in a minute. Oh, that one doesn't look very straight. Let's just straighten that one up. Very wonky. Better. Right, the last one then. So right down here across these two terminals. Oh no, we've got another one come off here. Oh my God, they're all coming off. What a nightmare. Typical. So now the black wire's come off as well. Oh no. That's marked on there. So what's this one then? The one at 50. I've got a horrible feeling, you know, that I put in a 0.1 and not a 1 just now. I need to check that. Sort of went in like that. A jaunty angle. Take a tool, that. Let's bend that one out of the way, that. Apologies, I'm bashing the camera on my head, aren't I? Right, okay, I need to go live again. Wasn't that long ago, I went just now, was it? Won't be a sec, and we'll catch back up with a chat. back in the room. Right, how we doing? DJ Hape Beats Hi-Fi Radio Fan. Welcome in, mate. That's a mouthful. Okay, right. Let's get some of these wires put back on a minute. This is getting a bit scary now with the amount of these that are broken off. Can't remember which way around the black and the yellow were now. I think the yellow was there, wasn't it? I've got to get another headband for this because it makes my head sweat, and I get like this, like it looks like I've got skeleton lines on the top of my head. Skeleton lines? What are skeleton lines? God knows, Graham. I don't know what you're banging on about again. You're mad. Right. Let's see if we can get this back. Let's make sure we've done all the caps a minute. So yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? We're good to go there. All the caps done. I don't think there's anything else I'm going to need to get to there at this stage. These little things here are going to be for the radio. Want to be the oscillator, then that's probably the IFs there. That's probably the IF cans. We've got ceramic filter there anyway, so it's going to be on frequency. That's probably the oscillator core there, or that one of those two. Want to be the oscillator, maybe one's a mixer. Has this got AM on it? I think it has, isn't it? So that might be AM, I don't know. But everything will be done on that chip there. This is probably the tape chip here. It's a BA3520 if someone wants to look that up. So we've got BA3520, and this one is a TA8127N. That rings a bell. TA8127N. And over here we've got a KA2042. Sorry, KA2402. Yeah, interesting. Right, so yeah, all the caps are done. Just looking underneath here, see if there's any way we can get this mech out easily. It looks like it's screwed in from the other side, although there are screws here which would take this off. But we can probably get in through the cassette door. In fact, it's fairly easy to pop the cassette door off from here. So I might take the cassette door off to do the cleaning of the heads. Actually, are we jumping ahead too much? Because we've got to measure these belts. I mean, really, there isn't any point putting it back together now. I will need to get the wires soldered back on, I think, but I need to get these belts. I need to get these belts measured. I need to get these belts measured because they got to go on before I put that back in. Yeah. Anybody got any tips for measuring these belts then? Let's catch back up with a chat. Let's catch back up. Okay. Multi, how are you, mate? Just edit some old ones and repost, Anthony's saying. Yeah, Bob, it's I've still got Patreon, Bob. Exactly the same stuff that goes on the channel memberships will go on Patreon, so you don't need to worry about that. My mate Vince. VP, how are you doing, mate? You need a schematic for the Garrod GCD45. And the Sony STR434BS. I really don't know. It's Valdir, isn't it? Short attention spans. $47? Oh, it was 47, was it? Thanks. Some table lamps. Alex, you guessing I was a microsurgeon? No, gas engineer, Alex, was my my trade, really. Mr. Laser saying brass replacement cogs or gears. You probably could if you could draw them in a CAD package now. Send it off to someone like PCBWay. That they can probably produce them. Alan Reed, how you doing, mate? You much prefer long form videos? I do prefer long form videos. Rob, thank you very much. It does like a double super chat thing, doesn't it? What's that, Aaron? The KA2402 is a speed controller. Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, I did, Aaron. Yeah, I was. You know, you always look to improve yourself, don't you? But sometimes when you go up in the world, it becomes less enjoyable. Oh, keep bashing the computer. Yeah, it becomes less enjoyable the higher up you go in most jobs, really. You don't necessarily get an easier life either. Right, what we're going to do here, we're going to have to measure these. So let's firstly have a look at the Deck Tech site on eBay and see what their specification is for belts. See if they give us any information on whether it's the length of the belt or the diameter. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. 4 messages. I didn't know I had any messages. Okay. Right, I need to go to my eBay. Saved sellers, here we go. Mana tree. So here we are then. This is my go-to belt man. I very much doubt it, but let's have a look. I mean, it might miraculously have belts for this. What is it again? It is a... Let's just type in GE. No. Let's try 5477. No. Okay, so they haven't got it. So these are all specific to particular cassette decks, but what we want is probably the ones where they're just based on size alone. They do just belts. Toshiba. I could try just General Electric, couldn't I? Or General. Here we go. Diameter. Belt measurement guide. Diameter, circumference, folded length. So how do they list them then? So it's listed by diameter. So we need to find the diameter, and we need to know whether it's half a mil, 0.4 or 1 mil. 1.5 mil, 0.5. 1.2, 1 mil. Okay. That's what we need to know. So let's see if I can find my electronic calipers. They'll be a lot easier to measure stuff with. Also, then I can't find those. I've got the good old manual ones. Looks like we're going to use these then. I don't know where the other one's gone. Where have they gone to then? Probably downstairs, I expect. It's typical, isn't it? Sod's law strikes again. Got to be there somewhere. I always keep them together, but well. We'll use these for now. I'll find them later when I'm tidying up, I expect. So, 2 belts. What thickness have we got then? That is 1 mil by the looks of it. That's a 1 mil belt. And I would say that's about a point. Yeah, that's less than a mil, but not much. Say 0.8, something like that. So probably... yeah, it's very slightly thinner. But I suspect 1 mil would be okay. Trouble is that would make it a bit different, wouldn't it? I would say 0.8. I would say 0.8 on that. So they've got 0.5. Let's just try square belt. Q-U-A-R-E. 0.5, 1.5, 1.2, 0.9. It's going to have to be 1 mil, I think. So let's have a look. How can we measure these? What if we get one of these cups? We've got an empty one. Oh, how about that? How about that? That'll do it, won't it? So it's needs to be very slightly smaller than that. So I reckon that is, well, that's 61, so maybe a 60 mil belt. I reckon 60 mil, 60 or 61. Well, they've only got a 60 or a 62.5, so it's going to be that. Add to basket. That's that one. No, is this? No, that one's too small to go on there. That. What have we got that will go around that? That? No. Go on. I'll make Gorilla Glue. Go on there. No, that's not tapered enough. I'm going to have to roll up a bit of paper and do it, I think. fit on that. Okay. Let's just tape up this bit of paper a minute then. Some sellotape, some Kapton tape. Do you love it when sellotape wraps itself around itself? Just doing a quick bit of crafting here now. Don't worry about it. This is now the Radiocruncher crafting channel. Right, let's see if we can't measure on this. Well, that's a fairly snug fit there. Is it perfectly cylindrical? No. I should be able to get a fairly good idea from that. That is pretty round. So that is 41. So we've got a 40mm belt then. And we have a 40mm belt. Add that to the basket. So, go to basket. So, I think we've got a discount on the postage. Postage £5, 3p. Oh, hang on, no, it's because I got those in. Oh, I got those in as well. Right, okay. So we've got one 40mm belt for £3 and one 60mm belt for £3. £1.70 delivery. Oh, it's too expensive to get multiples, isn't it? And they usually are pretty quick. So £7.10. That's not bad, is it? In the grand scheme of things, that's not bad. So we'll do that PayPal because that's how Chris pays me. So we'll go with PayPal, log in, and complete the purchase. There we go. So I'm sure they will be pleased with yet another order from the Cruncher. Rampton, how are you doing, mate? Evan's there. Morning, Evan. Or afternoon, morning. Probably it's morning. Baz, how you doing, mate? Measure the folded length with a caliper and double it. Cheers for that, Baz. No, I've not changed any membership prices, to be fair. I've left it as it is. Thank you, Bob. No, Patreon goes through PayPal, Bob. So I think YouTube take 25% of your revenue. But I'm not sure what Patreon take, but it's nowhere near that. Cutting a cup method. Yeah, that's good actually, isn't it, Tim? So Baz has probably got the measure the folded length with a caliper and double it. Let's just try that then. So we can sort of stretch it on the back of the caliper here. So that is 10 centimeters. So you're looking at 20 centimeters if I doubled that. Baz, I'm not sure that works. So I reckon it is about 60, that one. I don't know. Yeah, it was about 60. I think it was 61, wasn't it, when I put it on the cup? No, it was 60. So that works fine. There you go. So we can't really continue with that now. So, yeah. Pi r squared, isn't it? Or pi d? Is it pi d or something like that? Wizards fixed Sony cassette players. Yeah, us poor people fixing General Electric ones are no good. Aston. No worries, Chris. Oh yes, we mustn't forget the capacitor bingo. I wasn't going to end the stream there, but you know, there isn't much more to do on this radio. That's what I was sort of getting at. There's a lot of little tiny capacitors in this, isn't there? Oh, and I know what I was going to check as well, that I didn't put a 0.01 in. I've got a funny feeling I put a 0.01 in, you know. Easy done. Easily done. So let me just double check that. No, it was a 1. It was a 1 on aisle 1. It was a 1. Right, okay, come on down. Let's have a look at these capacitors then. Capacitor bingo time. Let's get that out from underneath there, that in there. Let's get the probes. Probus. So we've got a lot of capacitors of the same value, so we're going to group them up. And we're going to have a run through all of those. So we've got a 1 at 50, a 1 at 50, .47, 47. We've got all sorts here, haven't we? 47, 100. There's a lot of hundreds. 100, 100, .47. What were these? 4.7, that's ones. .47. Stay there. It's difficult because this table's at a weird angle. That was a 220, that's a one-off. There's no other 220s, and another .47. Is that another 100? Another 100. A 4.7. That's 47s. 4.7, there we go. .47. .47. What's this one here? Another 1. Where were the ones? There, weren't they? Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different values. Let's do the 220 first then. Let's go with the 220 first. Where are we? Main? No, that's microscope. Main camera. Let's get the glare off of that. Oh, that way. That way's better, isn't it? Right, 220 first. Let's do that one. Eyes down looking then. What do you think the 220 measures now? Bearing in mind this radio did work, and the cassette deck worked, which is pretty good. You ever think about that a minute? And I'm going to nip down and get a beer. Ooh, ow. I think we should have a beer cascade, shouldn't we? Oh, we've already had a beer, have we? We're going with Coors. And I can't really put that in a tankard, can I? That would be sacrilege. It's going to have to go in a glass. And we've got a Budweiser glass, look. So here's a lager glass. Wine time. Nice, Nick. I have got some nice wine downstairs. I should have brought wine up, really, but wine tends to be a bit strong. Grassini. No, we haven't got a Grassini. How are we doing on the guessing? Has everyone had a guess at that 220 microfarad? Everybody had a guess at the 220. I've got some vinegar there, as I've just shot a video earlier of taking that battery out of the Sony 7600. Right, let's do it. Whoa, 223.4. That is hellish close. Multi's got 222. Gotta be Multi, surely. Yeah, gotta be Multi. Jess, afternoon, mate. How are you? That's surprising. I thought that would be well out. But there you are. Let's try next some of these hundreds. So what do you think the hundreds would have got to? I will test them all, but we'll only have one guess on the hundreds. What do we think the hundreds are? I'm just struggling to clip onto these. 100 microfarads next then. Accidentally drinking vinegar, yeah. I normally tip it over, so this is my little vinegar stash what I cleaned the battery contacts with just now. Pulled it all apart. Bit of a mess really, shouldn't have left those in. Right, we've got 150, 1,250, Aaron. Radio Devon? Oh, 3.4. Right, how are we all doing? Here's a nice old clumpy. I like a clicky keyboard. The problem is the mic's on the desk as well. I keep meaning I need to put that on my list. Here we go then. 108. These aren't bad, are they? 108. We got Multi on 107. Oh, he's on a roll. Let's see what the other hundreds are like. Let's see if we've got any howlers. I don't think we have, because I say it did work okay, didn't it? 99.77. These are probably better than the ones I put in. They're not branded, I don't think. Oh, they are branded. I can't see what it is. It's so small. 109. 101. Yeah, not bad. 47's next then. Let's do the 47s. Let's do the 47s. And in the meantime, I'll show you BBC Radio Devon's scheduler. Where are we? Screen cap. So yeah, this is BBC Radio Devon, and 2nd of February I'm on John Akers' show. So he starts at 6 in the morning. I believe I'm going on at 6:15. So it will be available to listen to after the show for, I don't know how long they keep the clips for. Yeah, so you can listen back to all the clips. How many has it got? Going back to the 5th of January by the looks of it. So it looks like there's about a month's worth of clips you can listen back to. Yeah, so that's going to be the day, and it's going to be around 6:15 in the morning UK time. So I can probably paste that in there. If anyone's interested in watching along. There you go. Catching up with Mendit Mark? Yeah, I don't think so. He's flying, isn't he? I watched his video. That was on a cassette. Was that on the cassette? I think it was, wasn't it, the other day? He worked wonders on that thing. Was it a cassette deck? I can't remember now. I know he had to put a new IC in it, which he managed to get hold of. Right, how are we doing on the 47s? Have we all had a go at 47? Tom and Susie, how you doing, mate? I will be famous. I might make a complete ass of myself, though. Probably will. Probably will. Right, okay, let's do it. Let's do this one then. Let's do the 47s. Let's do all 4. See how we get on. Oh, that's fairly high ESR, 1.7, but yeah, 46.8. That's not bad. That's very good, actually. What about these smaller size ones? These will be higher ESR again. Assuming they are all 47s, not 4.7s. 51, going up in ESR, 2.3. to 52.19. That was a bit better ESR, 50.62, but still don't like it. There we are. The 0.47s we won't be able to measure because it won't go down that low. What are these here? 1 at 50s. 4.7s next then. 4.7s next. We can measure the other ones on the other meter. 4.7 then. Got 2 of those. Theo! How the devil are you? Whoa! I didn't see Theo. Yeah, it's about time, Theo. Where have you been? Where have you been? We've all been worried. Lots of people that we have not seen for a long time that aren't responding to any messages as well. Rob Titheridge seems to have disappeared. Fat Tony I can't get hold of. Who else have we lost touch with? A few. Good to see you're still about, mate, anyway. Hope you're well. Been a few years. What happened, Theo? Did you just lose interest in the channel, or do you hate us all? I mean, what's going on? Table lamp distraction. Santa? How are we doing on the 4.7s then? Have we all had a go? Oh, no one's had a go on the 4.7s. 4.7. I think you're getting confused with 47 and 4.7, aren't you? Hope you're keeping well, Theo, anyway, mate. Good to see you back in here. Always welcome, as you know. Theo, aka Mike. Well, you've been assisting and producing a music program for a local radio station. Whoa. Nice one, Theo. We've got a couple of these to test. Then we bring this one in to test the lower values. Pardon me. So have you stopped doing that then, Theo, or is it still ongoing? I don't know if you heard just now that I've got a guest appearance on the local radio station in a couple of weeks. Well, week after next, actually. Tuesday after next. So I will see if I can record it anyway. I'll see if I can record it with a radio. Something half decent. Like a hacker or something like that. Be nice. Right, let's do it. Yeah, 4.68, pretty much bang on the nose, isn't it? Very little difference, that one. Let's try this one. Now, these grey ones, they look like the ones they used to fit in the Roberts sets, which were never very good, but let's have a look. Again, 4.76, virtually bang on, all of these. Right, so we got a 1 microfarads next. I'm going to switch machines. This will do 1 microfarad just about. It doesn't like it though. So we're going to switch to the LCR meter. Set that up on capacitance. So 1 microfarad we're looking at. What do you think? I mean, we haven't had any bad caps so far. None at all. Those caps would have probably gone on for a bit yet. Mind you, the ESR on some of those, the 47s I think it was, when it was starting to get a bit high. This won't do ESR, it'll just do the capacitance, but we'll see. Go in my gold jar. They should do. Oh, no worries, they are. The brand on the blue caps, I can't read because it's small. Let's see if the microscope can see it. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know whether it's Lelon. Let's see if you can see. Ah, the microscope doesn't want to do it now, does it? Come on, Mr. Microscope. What's the matter with you now? Microscope, no likey. I can see it, but it looks like it could be Leloc, but I think it's Lelon. Hang on, that's a different one again. That one says peace. They're taking the peace. That's strange. Why won't that work then? Device Camlink 4K. No, that's Nikon. We want microscope. Microscope's decided not to work today for some reason. Probably crash your stream now. Yay! There we go. So this one is it's called Peace. Look, Peace. This one. Where am I? Where am I? Looks like Lelon. Would you say that's Lelon? So we've got Lelon and Peace. Another Lelon. Another Peace. This is a Lelon that we're just about to test now. Where am I? Whoop, whoop. Lelon, they're the best. You need to buy Lelon caps. Go Lelon, go Lelon. This grey one's different. What's this one then? Where is it? Is it there? Is it here? It's over here, isn't it? It's there. That says NKLN 4.7. Yeah, NKL. Nickel. Anyway, yeah, there you are. Now you know. Not known brands really, is it? Right, let's do this one then. .084. Theo, thank you very much, mate. Put them all back in, yeah. You're welcome to do that if I send it over. Martin, how you doing, mate? Just in time for bingo. 1084. That's pretty close, isn't it? I mean, Multi's got 1.0. I think Multi's must have got some sort of magic going tonight. What, today? You are still heretic. Is that some sort of illness, Chris? I don't know what that means. You've herited something? 0.47. .47. Where's the ones gone? 0.47. That must be the other one there. Yeah, this is the other one. Let's see what that one reads. 1.008. Christ, their caps are good. I mean, it doesn't give us the ESR. I'm going to do the 0.47s now. Let's not beat around the bush. 0.469. Hell, that's close. Another one. 0.474. .46. These are good caps. All of these really. Oh, hang on. What's that one then? Oh, that is a 1, look. That is a 1. 1.06. So they're all pretty good. All of those caps. Bang on. So we fitted about £700 worth of caps into that radio. And we're going to be putting 50 quid's worth of belts in it. So 750 quid repair, Chris. What do you think of that? Lelon Electronics Corporation of Taipei, Taiwan. Founded by Mr. Wu. Wasn't he in The Hangover, Gavin? Mr. Wu? Crazy. Lelon are a known component firm. I mean, to be fair, they're cracking, aren't they? If anyone wants to buy those caps, I mean, they're you can have the whole lot for a tenner. I'll put them in a bag and post them out. 17 quid postage, but a tenner for the caps, alright? Oh dear. So we better have some more beer, haven't we? Better have some more beer. I want more beer. Do you like that, or is it a bit naff? I like it. Part of the Cocoa Fund needs to be Cocoa Fund is well into 4 figures, Joe. Well into 4 figures, the Cocoa Fund. Sadly, but there you go. It's worth every penny. Got some more beer from Ricardo. When I'm cleaning windows. Yeah, so Cruncher on Radio Devon. Now, what was I going to look at then? So we got the drive belts, done the caps. We can do. I got to try and find my little alignment, because I made a special lead for testing the azimuth and speed, etc. of the Walkmans, and I can't find it. I cannot find it. You know, I've got my lead here, which is connected to the hi-fi, with just the 3.5mm jack, and I've got a little adapter there just to give me a bit of extra length to get it into the computer, because it doesn't quite reach. And I've got to have this adapter here to go from 4-pin to the 3-pin. It's all very complicated, but you know, it's what it is. And that just about reaches the top of my computer, so I can play music from my Amazon Music account up onto the computer. This, I mean, I've got a funny inkling to play the Soup Dragons. What did the Soup Dragons love God? I mean, they've obviously named it after me, but I'm really not sure. Soup Dragons, didn't they do Groove Is in the Heart or something like that? I can't remember what they did now. Maybe we need to find out. Radio Devon's not very good there, is it?
All the time. Because I used to take so much
Oh,
time
that's
off
better.
because of my work, I ended up having to go to Amy actually.
I don't think they're using a lot of power, Radio Devon.
And she was like to be used.
They're based down in Plymouth, which is a fair way from me. I don't know where their aerial is though. What aerial they're using, where it's based. Let's rewind it. Mauser sell Lelon caps, do they? Whoa. I'm going to play this tape. Soup Dragons. And I'll quickly fast forward to the next track. Don't recognise that. I don't know what side I'm on, whether I'm on side A or side B. The Cocoa Fund. The Cocoa Fund. Shell Sound. Oh, Delight that was, yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know where I picked that tape up from. In a job lot somewhere. You're digging out Plessies. Well, Plessies can go straight in the bin, can't they, Andrew? Plessies go in the bin. Street Hawk. I don't know if that's side A or side B. That's side 2, so you tend to get the best ones. You tend to get the best ones on side A, don't you? So let's rewind side A. Oh, no need for that, Rob. Very kind of you to offer, but the credit card people are paying for them at the moment. I'm not sure, Steve. Might do. You can restuff the Plessies, can't you? Have you had a go at that? They do come apart quite easy. Plessies, as in these Plessies. These ones here, Andrew. I scanned some of the labels for that, and I reprint them on label on like sticky paper, cut them out and stick them back on, You can split these in the middle, or you can drill them out from the bottom. I mean, you can just cut around that, pull the innards out and push a new cap inside it, and then push them back in the radio like that. It looks like you've still got the original cap on, but you haven't. R200 is a nice radio. I did say Chris, I'd sell my R200 to Chris, but I sort of fell in love with it after doing the Christmas streams again, didn't I? This is a problem. You know, you can't have all these radios. Right, let's see what side one's got on it. See if it's got anything, any Soup Dragon type music. Wasn't the Soup Dragon on? I'll have to mute this section out. Not my sort of thing really, people, but you know, I'm sure some people like it. Clangers? What's the clangers? I like the... Oh, it was on the clangers. Oh, sorry. I'm with you now. Yes. It was the clangers of Soup Dragon, was it? Yeah. I used to watch that. The clangers. It's mental. The clangers was mental. Like the Moomin Troll. Not yeah, Moomins. Can you remember the Moomins? Exactly, Joe. It's, you know, it's one of those things. It might be someone likes them. I'm sure they've got a massive following. Clangers, yeah. Wasn't that the ones that lived on the moon? Wasn't that the clangers? Or am I thinking of the Finn family Moomin Trolls? Some of the rubbish we come up with, isn't it? Oh, it's good fun. Clangers. The clangers. Clangers. Soup Dragon. Scottish alternative rock band Clangers. Between 1969 and 1972, so I mean that was when I was a youngster really. I was born in 64, so I'd have been watching that as a toddler really. There they are, look. And they had this weird funny thing that went round, didn't they? Clangers. God. The original Mother Clanger was stolen. Major Clanger and the second Mother Clanger are on display at the Rupert Bear Museum. Oh dear. The stuff we get involved in, isn't it? Small Clanger, Tiny Clanger, Major Clanger, Mother Clanger and Granny Clanger. The Soup Dragon. A benign female creature with a penchant for green soup. Baby Soup Dragon. I remember all this sort of stuff. My God. Hell. Yeah, the whistles made by them. I remember they were sort of like weird noise, wasn't it?
Interesting. I've never seen those plants in the soup wells before. Or even in Mother's garden.
Who's stealing the dragon's soup? Here he is.
Baby soup dragon is very pleased.
Baby soup dragon.
Tiny plants would be perfect.
Dear, oh dear. I'm sure that's brought back a few memories for people, hasn't it? My God. Button Moon. Moomins, yeah. That does take you back a bit, doesn't it? Bill and Ben, tell me. Bill and Ben, I remember Bill and Ben. What about Andy Pandy, Theo? Dear, oh dear. Andy Pandy, what was all Andy Pandy about? That was very strange. You had a Clanger toy, Tim, did you? You've got a toy there. Whoa. Catch the Pigeon. That was Dick Dastardly, wasn't it? The Wacky Races, Aaron. Repeated well into the 80s. Chemical Assistance. Could well be, Baz. Reeves Clanger. Thomas the Tank. That's new stuff. Tommy Tank's new stuff. Dear, oh dear. So yeah, that's the sort of channel news. Really, is that I'm going on to Radio Devon. Me. And we're optimizing the membership stream and the Patreons. Of course, this will still stay the same. If you want to super chat or put PayPal stuff on here, you can. None of that's changing. All it is just creating more content, I suppose, isn't it? I mean, if the videos are any good, then I'll release them for general public after a little while. But the idea is to do it for channel memberships. And I never get a notification when I get members. You've literally got to go into your dashboard. You've got to go into your dashboard, and you've got to go down to your members. And then it gives you a list of your members here. So if I go down through here, this is all my members. We've got M0VAF has very kindly just joined a month ago. Different levels, Rangers, Heralds. So looks like I've got 17 members. Some have been going for a long time. Some familiar faces and names there, look. So yeah, as I say, it's not a massive. You imagine though, if I had 1,000 members, that's the thing. If I had 1,000 members, I'd get 50 quid a month. No, it would. So you know, it is a way to build the channel for sure. So yeah, I think that's probably about it for today. I don't think there was anything else to cover, really, was there? We can't go any further with that because we need those belts. So we need those belts. I've got my meter that Rich finally very kindly gave me, the old Whoa and flutter meter, but it does the speed as well, and it does the flutter. So that will be in action. We'll see if we can adjust the azimuth and that on it. But there's not much to clean. I can pop that out. Pop that door out from in behind, and we get and clean all the mechanism, but it's pretty clean anyway, to be fair. It's not seen a lot of use, that one, Chris. So yeah, not a bad little radio. Just a shame about that door on the bottom. If you could get another door for that, that would be ideal. But I've had a look. There's none for sale in this part of the world. So I'm going to call it a day there, people. I hope you've enjoyed that today. Nice to look at the old cassette deck and play a bit of the Soup Dragons, which I'm going to have to delete because that'll get me a copyright hit for sure. And well, for patrons and channel members, you'll see stuff coming out in the week now. So yeah, for my patrons and channel members, I'll see you in the week, and for everyone else, I'll see you next Sunday. So take care, thanks for joining me, and have a good one. Bye for now.